I'm a mom of 3 kids, and looking at the audience here, I'm guessing that probably doesn't relate to any of you, but you all were kids. So I always like to kind of share some of these parenting fails, because you could probably relate as you were growing up, and someday maybe you'll be parents yourself. A lot of times as parents, you try a lot of things, and sometimes they backfire. So for example, when you say things to your kids and give them threats, you have to follow through or they're never going to believe you again. So at one point or another, for all of my 3 kids, there was if you're not ready when I'm ready to leave, I'm leaving without you. And it really backfired on me at least once when my daughter was about 5, and then we had to get ready for school, and I was like, all right, I'm leaving without you, and usually I would just drive around the block, and by that time the intent was that she would actually get ready. But instead, she was just across the street in her socks, talking and crying to the neighbor that I left without her. I said, please don't call social services on me. I just wanted her to get her sneakers on. She said, are you kidding? I'm going to use that next time. My kids won't get ready. So she got out of that one. Now, we were not above bribery as parents. So, one of my kids, he would not get his work done. He was in middle school, super, super smart, just couldn't get his assignments. He wouldn't turn them in. It wasn't that he wasn't capable. He just was really scatterbrained. So we've had an incentive system for math, for all the 5 key subjects, right? Math, science, social studies, what am I missing? English and Spanish. And then guess what teacher called us? Anybody? His art teacher. Said, I might have to give your son a D in art because he hasn't turned in his project, and I'm going to have to give him an F. And I told him that, and he said, that's okay, I'll take the F. It wasn't in his incentive plan. Mm-hmm. So, these are things that can backfire on you if you don't think clearly through them. And, you always try to really encourage your kids to fulfill their dreams. So my son was obsessed with football, Buffalo Bills, since he was born, pretty much. He would take the newspaper out every day and spread it out from when he was about 2 years old and read all the stats. So as soon as he was old enough to start in Pop Warner football, 7 years old, he said, do you want to play football? I thought one way or another it was going to cure him of his obsession. Yeah, I want to play Pop Warner football. So at that age, they had to have a minimum weight, and he was a little peanut. So when it came down to game day, all the rest of the team was like, "Come on, you can make weight. Come on, you can do it. You can do it." So he made weight, and they put him on safety, the last line of defense. So all the other team was coming through the line, and they broke through the line, and my son's running the other way. The coach said to him afterwards, like, what were you doing? He said, well, I decided I don't like to make contact. This is football. What am I supposed to do with that? And then he came home, he said, I decided I like watching football a lot better than playing it. Well, you have to finish out the season, and then we'll talk about next season. He's really great at fantasy football these days, and, the big lesson here is that there's nothing you can do so bad as a parent that a few years of therapy can't fix when they get older. So.